An eagle-eyed TYT Detroit member saw this on the Christian Broadcasting Network, Pat Robertson. She thinks, well, we'll just play it first, and then we'll see if this is a question that was actually brought up by a TYT member.
Pat, this first one is from Cynthia, who says, my husband and I have been together for almost 3 years now, but I just recently found out that he likes to wear my undergarments and clothing. I love him dearly, but now my family has found out. What should I do? Listen to my family and leave him until he stops, or stay and lose contact with them? We have a 14-month-old son. All he wants is to be like Daddy and be with Daddy. What should I do if he starts wearing women's clothing as well when he gets older?
You're looking at a psychological fetish kind of thing, and it's difficult. Cross-dressing is something that comes out, but I don't think you ought to leave your husband. You ought to stay with him and work through the situation. I think he needs professional help in this, but you need to tell him you understand what the deal is, and in a sense somehow work with him. Your child needs a father, and don't listen to people who say, well, leave him. Why would you leave him? What's he done to you? He likes to wear underwear, so I mean, it's no big deal. He needs help.
And there is help. He can get help, and maybe having a child is the catalyst for that. You know?
They've got a child, so they've got to do something with it. Okay, but do not leave. All right, what else?
So a TYT Detroit member, Nancy Frazier, says that she thinks that this question was posed to the 700 Club because Cenk basically threw that out and said, hey, let's give Pat Robertson some questions. Go TYT Army. Yeah. And I don't know if we can have verified that it actually is her yet. We will find out. But if you did it, good job.
I mean, the fact that it's about a transvestite, basically, like that's what Cenk loves to joke about. He thinks that there's been enough things that Pat Robertson has said in the past that would indicate that he might have dabbled in that world a little bit. I don't know about that, but the fact that this guy who's usually pretty fire and brimstone about most things, he has a lot of sympathy for people who are just dabbling and wearing underwear and stuff like that. So it's possible that's influencing him. But at least, I mean, so Christianity is supposed to make you sort of tolerant and loving and accepting, and it doesn't always do that. We know that for most Christians across the country, especially ones who are as powerful as Pat Robertson. But in this case, it has, and so, you know, praise Jesus.
And when you look at that tie that he was wearing,
yeah, I said before the show, he looks like a Batman villain in that, but kind of like a nice one, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, he was asking very specific questions. He's like, I mean, you know, who cares? You like wearing underwear? What does this thong look like on you? Yeah. Does his ass pop? I mean, you don't know.
Now, if he's messing up his shoes, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's crossing the line.
Yeah, it's crossing the line if he's stretching out your underwear or stretching out your shoes. I'm sorry.
He is right, though. Like, this doesn't have to be the end of the world. Like, couples that can sort of communicate about each other's, you know, you might call them fetishes or kinks or something like that. The couple will be stronger as a result of this. So don't think of this as a disaster. Think of it as an opportunity. Even though it's probably a fictional question.